So you already know who it is. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump to the chase. Don't mind this over here. Let me even clean that up real quick. So in this video, I'm basically gonna go over 1 to 3 ways that you can go about increasing your business's value without breaking the bank or probably not even do a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. First thing we need to understand is that in order for a business to become viable or to become something that a lot of people bid on, it needs to become, or you need to set it up in a way whereby it is what I call okay. Yes, I gotta figure out a way to have these words look straight to you, but basically what it's saying is investor friendly. Okay, that is what you need to have in your mind whenever you think about how can I increase my business's value. Okay, this is basically the first principles when it comes, because everything has first principles, right? If you want to get more, you want to get a better service or something like that, you want to have a better product, whatever it is. There's the first principles. You want to have a better aerodynamics when it comes to the vehicles and the planes, right? There are certain key things that make that possible, if I basically make sense. So when it comes to wanting to increase the value of your business, sell it for a high multiple, the main thing you need to focus on is how can I make my business as investor friendly as possible? Because the more investor friendly, I'm going to define that to you in a second. The more investor friendly you make your business, okay, the more attractive it is, the more bidding there is going to go on for your business. Okay, investor friendly businesses, basically, in my definition, is any business that a person or individual institution can buy from you without needing to come into the business and change or do anything themselves. Okay? That's basically investor-friendly business. So, how good can you set up your business to the point that an individual can just buy it and they can start making money? That's what an investor wants. That's what an investor wants. If you're selling to someone who wants to operate the company themselves, that's another conversation. But a lot of times, if you want the big bucks, want the good money, people who have that good money don't want to waste their time operating your company. I wouldn't want to waste my time operating. I want the money, right? That's the only reason why people are buying the company. Maybe they want to help people. Someone like me might want to buy a veterinary clinic because I like animals. But still, I want to make some money. Even though I would love to help animals without making any money. I don't care. I would love to still help them. Still make money. That's why I'm buying your business. So that's a question you need to really keep in mind. Number one, how can I make my business as investor friendly as possible? And the more you ask yourself this question, the more answers you get, and the more you start working on it. And if you left this video without watching the next steps I'm going to give to you, and you just focus on that one question, okay, how can I make my business as investor friendly as possible? Basically, like I said to you, what investor friendly means is someone can be able to buy your business without needing to come into day-to-day operations, without needing to do anything themselves, but collect a check every single week and month. Okay, how can you make your business set up that kind of way? Okay, and the first thing that you can kind of do to make your business or your asset investor friendly is by making sure your company is not owner operated. Okay, operated. Okay, that's the first. Amazon just charging my card right now for a book. I have to look at that. So you got to make sure. Bear with me for a second. My apologies. That was very bad. Rude of me. But hey, so number one thing on my list to make your company investor friendly is by making sure your company is not owner operated. You need to make sure that your company, your business, your franchise, whatever the hell it is, you need to make sure it can operate without you being inside. If the business is like this, I just want to draw. That's why I'm actually even doing it. I can explain to you without even drawing, but I want to draw. That's why. If this is the business over here, okay, and you need to be inside the business every single day in order for it to cash flow, That's not investor-friendly business. If you can step away from the business, not be there for months, weeks, and this company can still operate, you have an investor-friendly business on your hand. That's the most important one. Because even if you had employees who are never going to leave, you had the best SOPs, you had the best lead generation service, we have whatever the hell it is, you have the best lead gen process, whatever the hell it is. If the company still requires the person to be inside the business every single day, then my friend, it doesn't matter what you do after this. You know what I'm saying? So this is really, if I was going to buy a business and I needed to be in the weeds every single day, and I'm trying to be in Africa or Mauritania or in like Libya or some country, that's not a business I want to buy. Unless I actually want to just get into the weeds of the business itself for my first acquisition or something like that. Which, by the way, if you're someone watching this looking to actually buy a business, a great idea probably would be to buy a business that isn't owner operated, or a business that actually requires you to own operate. That way you get more experience, and also you can buy it for cheaper because it requires a lot of your labor, basically. And this is why I'm telling you right now, the person who's trying to sell their business, you need to make sure it doesn't require you, because if it requires you, that reduces your sale price. Okay, the second thing you want to make sure you have in the house, in store, is you want to make sure you have a predictable, excuse my French over here, okay? You want to make sure you have a predictable lead gen system. Okay, you want to, and outbound, if you're doing B2B, if you have B2B business, by the way, outbound is going to be your best friend. Outbound, you can do outbound, of course, for B2C, but I'm personally not a big fan of B2C. But hey, you can do outbound for B2C, B2B. But you want to make sure you have a predictable lead generation system. So that way, since now number one it doesn't require you to be damn, I should have put not over here. Okay, not owner operated. That's number one. So since number one, now you make sure your company is not owner operated. You want to make sure it also has predictable lead gen system, because now the person knows that, okay, I don't got to be in day-to-day operations, and also I know that this company every single month they can make $100,000, $20,000 every single month. Okay, that's predictable revenue. And an investor likes what? Guess what? Guess two things they like. Okay, they like number one over here. They don't have to be in the business every single day. They don't have to micromanage the business, and you give them that, number one. And number two, they know that they can make money on their investment every single month. So you just tick two of the biggest boxes. They don't got to be in the weeds. And number two, now they know they can make money with a predictable system. And that's why outbound is the best, because with outbound, it's predictable. It's very, very predictable. And also the cost to run outbound campaigns, outbound marketing is very low in comparison to inbound. Okay? That's the basically second thing. Number three, there's more, but I want to stop at number three things, of course. Number third thing is really going to be SOPs. Okay? We'll have standard. I want to write. That's why I'm doing this, because I just want to write. But you want to make sure you have standard operating procedures. Okay? Put this down a little bit. You want to make sure you have standard operating procedures, because no one wants to buy a business. Imagine you get hired for a job, okay, and then they just tell you, hey, just go knock on people's doors and tell them whatever the hell you feel like you want to tell them, or they just tell you to go knock on people's doors without giving you a script, without telling you what to expect, nothing. You're like, damn, this is really hard. I'm going to quit tomorrow, right? So the same thing with these investors. We're not even an investor. It's an individual. Because at the end of the day, it's just not investors who want to buy a business, right? Someone might want to run it themselves. But I want to buy a business where I got to figure everything out myself. I got to figure out how I'm going to hire people. I got to figure out how I'm going to fix the leakage. I got to figure out I want to have all that stuff in place, so I know when this thing falls down, oh, Robin has a procedure for that thing. Oh, okay, this is how I onboard a new client. Okay, this is how I hire a new client. Okay, this is how boom, 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 boom. everything's already sorted. Oh shit, Robert's business is in order. The business is now owner operated, has predictable lead gen system, and he has SOPs for whatever I need, from hiring, firing, compensations, all of it. Okay? These are the three main things that will really go ahead to really help you go about really making sure your business is sold for the highest value. And like I told you, if you don't take anything from all this scribble that I did over here, this beautiful handwriting, of course, you want to make sure you focus mainly. And if you can, I will even say and only just on this. Okay? How can I make my biz as possible? I know you like my handwriting, I know. So this is the question. If you don't take anything from here, this is a question you gotta ask yourself if you want to increase the value of your business. Like, I haven't included the taxes, of course, the reporting and all that kind of stuff. That does matter. But if you have high revenue, let's say you have good margins, and the person needs to be in the business every single day, okay? But the reason why someone or an investor or someone like me, for example, someone else would want to probably want to buy that business because they want the income without giving the business a lot of their time. So you got to keep that in mind. Okay? That's the reason why I didn't go over the taxes and all that kind of other stuff, because that is important. But if you're reporting taxes, you're making good revenue, all that kind of stuff, but it's owner operated, bro. Like, of course you're gonna get busy and all that kind of stuff, but you gotta look at it though. That individual or whoever the hell is buying, a lot of times, 8 times out of 10, because there are some people who buy it to operate themselves. But hey, if an individual like me is buying a company, yes, of course, we want to be in the company, we want to see it grow and all that kind of stuff. But I don't want to be stuck in data operations. That's a big turnoff for me. If that's a big turnoff for me, you can imagine the people with tens of millions of dollars in dry powder. With that being said, I've been working for 12 hours now. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, let me know. I can go ahead and make more in terms of how you can increase the value, taxes, and all that other stuff. By the way, check out our company, Robinhood Consultations. We are an advisor firm that helps and connects business owners like yourself with our list of advisors who basically can help you sell your company. That being said, I need to drink some water, pray, because the day is over here. It is 12.